welcome to this lesson on chord sequences. This is where we're going to take the chords that we have in our chord chart and we're going to arrange them in a particular order, which is how we start actually creating music. So we're going to start from the basics and we're building our way up and putting them in an order. So in this example, for C major chord chart, we've got chord number 1, C major, we go to chord number 4, F major, chord number 5, G major, then back to chord 1, C major. Now, the chords can be notated, which, remember, just means written down. And in traditional notation, playing each chord once, making each chord last 4 beats, would look something like this. We got the example there. As you can see, this helps us see how the different notes are shaped and how they relate to one another as we become more clear as you progress through these lessons. But they can also be represented through a lead sheet, as we have in the example down at the bottom of this slide. We've got C major, just a capital letter by itself, remember, means it's a major chord, so C major. And that capital letter itself means that it is the chord and it lasts for a beat. Each diagonal slash means that the previous chord is repeated for another beat. So we have C major and then 3 slashes. So it's played 4 times. Then the vertical line is a bar line. So even in a lead sheet, that's what it looks like. It's still organized into bars. There are 4 beats in each bar in this example, even though it doesn't have a time signature at the beginning. That's obvious because the actual beats are counted. So in the example, you can see we've got C major for 4 beats, F major for 4 beats, G major for 4 beats, then back to C major for 4 beats. The tricky thing about a lead sheet is it really depends on the kind of music and further instructions that are provided as to how you're supposed to play it, whether you play it once and just let it ring out for 4 beats, or whether you are supposed to play it for 4 beats, which is why, in my opinion, traditional notation is easier to read for your specific instructions on how you are supposed to play a specific piece of music. Unless, of course, the piece of music is supposed to be open to interpretation or somewhat improvised. Then a lead sheet is more helpful. That's all for this lesson on chord sequences. We have picked chords from the chord chart, arranged them in a certain order, and begun to notate them down. In the next lesson, we're going to look at how we can arrange the different notes of a chord to make it sound a little bit more pleasing and a little bit easier to play. Join me in the next lesson where we're going to look at inversions.